everyone, and welcome to IoT Marketing Live. I'm Tiffany Nielsen, and with me is my incredible co-host, the CEO and founder of IoT Marketing, Johannes Beekman. How are you today, Johannes?
I'm doing great, Tiffany. How are you?
Amazing. Thanks for asking. And before we get started, we would like to remind you to register for our upcoming Green Things Summit taking place on April 24th. And the virtual event will feature a variety of impactful speakers discussing topics such as the green economy, AI power consumption and the future of data centers, generative AI for more sustainable consumer goods, green machine tech innovations, and how emerging tech is paving the way to a more sustainable future. And you can get your free early bird pass now at iotmktg.com. Trust me, you will not want to miss this event. Anything to add about our upcoming Green Things Summit, Johannes?
Well, we have a fantastic line of speakers, Tiffany, and 2025 started with a bang. Welcome to Life in the Super Fast Lane. So yes, this is one event that you don't want to miss if you want to stay up to date and if you want to keep your customers up to date.
Thanks, Johannes. And the iconic Mobile World Congress in Barcelona just wrapped up, drawing attendance at pre-pandemic levels. But it seems the big thing on everyone's mind is the growth rate of data traffic on mobile networks slowing down. And the days of skyrocketing demand for wireless connections may be coming to an end. The slowdown has profound implications for the vendors selling their equipment to mobile network operators worldwide. Many vendors are predicting an AI-driven upswing in demand. In fact, Omdia forecasts 2031 as the crossover point where global AI network traffic exceeds conventional. And AI seems to be the wild card that will significantly impact the future of mobile wireless. But Johannes, what's your take on the network slowdown and the impact AI will have on the networks?
And you're right, Tiffany. Mobile data traffic is slowing down after years of explosive growth, I would say. And that's also confirmed by other sources like OpenVault, even Ericsson mentioned that. And I'd like to add, we are indeed at a turning point. So while overall growth has tapered, AI is poised to inject new life into mobile networks. Experts now forecast that as AI-powered applications, especially those involving real-time video, gain traction, we could see a significant pickup in traffic. This evolution will likely drive substantial investments in network densification and smarter resource management, ensuring that our connectivity remains robust and ready for the next wave of innovation.
Thanks, Johannes. And since the rise of DeepSeek, we've seen a wave of AI announcements. Now, an AI chatbot that Elon Musk describes as scary smart enters the market in direct competition with OpenAI and DeepSeek. Elon Musk's artificial intelligence startup xAI has launched Grok 3, a new chatbot the billionaire hopes will challenge current industry leaders, including OpenAI's ChatGPT and Chinese newcomer DeepSeek. Musk described Grok 3 as scary smart with advanced reasoning abilities that he claims can outperform other AI models. Johannes, why is Grok 3 considered scary smart?
Well, Tiffany, Musk considers Grok 3 scary smart, and actually it better be because Grok 3 was trained and is running on xAI's Colossus supercomputer, powered by approximately 200,000 H1 GPUs. And it's also fair to say that the latest AI models from OpenAI, Google, Meta, and Anthropic are also scary smart. Moreover, with Grok 3, xAI has caught up with the rest of the pack. So let me highlight some of its features. To start with, what truly sets Grok 3 apart from the rest is its real-time integration with X, making it a great source for current or trending information. And of course, Grok 3 employs chain-of-thought techniques to enhance its reasoning. As to the other models, it uses its own deep search technology and specializes in complex reasoning and problem solving. In short, Grok 3 packs a punch.
Thanks, Johannes. And in our last IoT Marketing Live, we shared the news of Trump's reversing the AI safety executive order in the US, and it seems that the UK may be following suit. The UK government wants to make a hard pivot into boosting its economy and industry with AI. And as a part of that, the Department of Science, Industry, and Technology announced that it would be renaming the AI Safety Institute to the AI Security Institute. With that, the body will shift from primarily exploring areas like existential risk and bias in large language models to a focus on cybersecurity, specifically strengthening protections against the risks AI poses to national security and crime. Alongside this, the government has also announced a new partnership with Anthropic. No firm services were announced, but the MOU indicates the two will explore using Anthropic's AI assistant Claude in public services. And Anthropic will aim to contribute to work in scientific research and economic modeling, as well as provide tools to evaluate AI capabilities in the context of identifying security risks. Anthropic is the only company being included in this announcement. And Johannes, why do you think that is?
Well, first off, Tiffany, what a difference a month makes. In both the UK and the US, policymakers are shifting their focus from broad AI safety that we talked about in the past month to specific issues such as cybersecurity and national security. This broader trend is also evident in Europe, Canada, and Australia, so it's a global phenomenon, where governments are working to promote economic growth while managing the risks posed by AI. The Memorandum of Understanding of Anthropic reflects this change by outlining a plan to explore the use of its AI assistant, Claude, in public services. Under the agreement, Anthropic will support, as you mentioned, scientific research, economic modeling, and the assessment of AI's ability to detect security risks, aligning these efforts with wider economic and security goals. In addition, civil servants will have their own AI assistant called Humphrey, undoubtedly named after Sir Humphrey Appleby, the quintessential British civil servant in Westminster. And consumers will receive digital wallets for their government documents. So yes, Tiffany, this is a major shift.
Thanks, Johannes. And sticking with the Anthropic topic, Anthropic is releasing a new frontier AI model called Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which the company designed to think about questions for as long as users want it to. And Sonnet is a hybrid reasoning model, which means that it combines an ordinary LLM and a reasoning model into one unified experience. Anthropic calls Claude 3.7 Sonnet the industry's first hybrid AI reasoning model because it's a single model that can give both real-time answers and more considered, thought-out answers to questions. Users can choose whether to activate the AI model's reasoning abilities, which prompt Claude 3.7 Sonnet to think for a short or a long period of time. And the model represents Anthropic's broader effort to simplify the user experience around its AI products. Most AI chatbots have users choose from several different options that vary in cost and capability. However, labs like Anthropic would rather have you not have to think about it. Ideally, one model does all the work. Johannes, how much does Anthropic's Claude 3.7 Sonnet cost?
Well, Tiffany, Claude 3.7 Sonnet costs $3 per million input tokens and $15 per 1 million output tokens. Now, 1 million tokens translates into about 750,000 words, which is more than the roughly 450,000 to 500,000 words of the entire Lord of the Rings series, meaning Claude 3.7 could write the entire Lord of the Rings series for less than $15. Now, that's a massive oversimplification, obviously, but I'd like to put that number out there because it tells you where these models are price-wise. I mean, that's less than the price of a book. Now, Claude 3.7 is more expensive than OpenAI's O3 Mini, which costs $1.10 per 1 million input tokens and $4.40 for 1 million output tokens, and definitely more expensive than DeepSeek's R1. Final comment on the reasoning models. I've been using O3 Mini for the past month, and my experience with O3 Mini is that O3 Mini only requires a few seconds to process, delivering content quality far superior to that of a real-time model, which is great for more complex tasks. On the other hand, I am a big fan of GPT-4.5's voice mode, a real-time model that excels in applications such as conversational agents and language learning tools. So there is a need for both, regardless whether you refer to it as a hybrid or how you size it. But the older providers will have to cater to both categories, real-time and train of thought.
Thanks, Johannes. And OpenAI announced on Thursday that it's launching ChatGPT 4.5, the much anticipated AI model codenamed Orion. And ChatGPT 4.5 is OpenAI's largest model to date, trained using more computing power and data than any of the company's previous releases. And the industry has held its collective breath for Orion, which some consider to be a bellwether for the viability of traditional AI training approaches. ChatGPT 4.5 was developed using the same key technique, dramatically increasing the amount of computing power and data during a pre-training phase called unsupervised learning that OpenAI used to develop its previous GPT iterations. In every GPT generation before GPT 4.5, scaling up led to massive jumps in performance across domains including mathematics, writing, and coding. Indeed, OpenAI says that GPT 4.5's increased size has given it a deeper world knowledge and a higher emotional intelligence. However, there are signs that the gains from the scaling up data and computing are beginning to level off. According to TechCrunch, on several AI benchmarks, GPT 4.5 falls short of the newer AI reasoning models from the Chinese AI company DeepSeek, Anthropic, and OpenAI itself. Johannes, critics are saying ChatGPT 4.5 is expensive. How expensive is it, and why do you feel that is?
Well, first of all, Tiffany, let me take a step back, because it definitely looks like OpenAI bit off more than it could chew with ChatGPT 4.5 Orion. The release date was pushed back due to GPU shortages, internal development hurdles, and a lack of high-quality training data, and Orion ultimately did not meet the initial expectations. Now, its predecessor, GPT 4.0, was released in May of last year, and I felt that 4.0 was becoming outdated, so I switched to 0.3 Mini when that model was released in January, and I haven't looked back since. It's now my primary model. As you mentioned, OpenAI described 4.5 as its largest model, and I think that's part of the problem. In the press release, it says it has a broader knowledge, deep understanding of the world, leading to reduced hallucinations, which of course is important, and more reliability across a wide range of topics. Now, looking at the benchmark sites that are mentioned in the release, it shows that 4.5 outperforms 4.0, but the improvement is not orders of magnitude, and this is reflected in the reviews. So coming back to your question, Tiffany, ChatGPT 4.5 priced at $75 per million output tokens and $150 per million, $75 per million input tokens, and $150 per million output tokens is too expensive. So OpenAI has its work cut out to reduce the cost of ChatGPT 4.5.
Thanks, Johannes. And powered by generative AI, Alexa Plus is a new personal AI assistant that gets things done. She's smarter, more conversational, more capable, and free with Prime. She keeps you entertained, helps you learn, keeps you organized, summarizes complex topics, and can converse about virtually anything. Alexa Plus can manage and protect your home, make reservations, and help you track, discover, and enjoy new artists. She can also help you search, find, or buy virtually any item online, and makes useful suggestions based on your interests. Conversations with Alexa Plus feel expansive and natural, whether you're speaking in half-formed thoughts, using colloquial expressions, or exploring complex ideas. Alexa Plus understands what you mean and responds like a trusted assistant, intended to feel less like interacting with technology and more like engaging with an insightful friend. Wow, sounds like Alexa Plus has it all. Johannes, can you share how Alexa Plus can turn talk into action?
Yes, Tiffany. So let's talk about Alexa Plus, because she got some major upgrades. So let's dive in. Alexa Plus uses an advanced agentic AI framework that turns talk into action. It combines three main parts. On the front end, Alexa Plus uses state-of-the-art models like Amazon's Nova and Anthropic's Claude to interact with the customer. These models understand even complicate requests and pick the best approach of each task. And we're familiar with other models, so that's no surprise, but it's great to have them at the front end. Now, the second level of Alexa Plus are what Amazon calls specialized experts. These are mini assistants focused on specific jobs, whether it is managing smart home devices, booking reservations, or handling online purchases. When you ask Alexa Plus to do something, it calls in the right expert to get it done. Now, the third level of Alexa Plus is what's called API orchestration. Alexa Plus connects with thousands of services and devices through real-time API calls. This lets it order the groceries, this lets it control the gadgets and navigate websites to complete tasks without extra clicks. In addition, Amazon's AI native SDKs can help developers add even more features, making Alexa Plus a flexible and capable assistant. In short, Alexa Plus isn't just about chatting, it's designed to act on your behalf, making everyday tasks smoother and more efficient.
Thanks, Johannes. And according to reports from Mashable and other sources, Humane, the AI startup founded by former Apple executives, is shutting down its wearable AI pin business and selling its assets to HP Inc. for $116 million, with the device set to stop functioning just 10 days after the announcement. Johannes, why would Humane shut down their AI pin after such a hefty investment?
Well, this much hyped AI pin has made headlines from its launch in late 2023, Tiffany. It's a fascinating product and a textbook example of an overhyped yet under-delivering product. Launched as a smartphone replacement at a fairly high price point of $699, the AI pin suffered from overheating and battery life issues, while its software felt buggy and half-baked. Additionally, it exhibited user interface limitations and feature gaps, as it did not integrate with iMessage, WhatsApp, and other group chats on which people depend. Humane sold about 10,000 units, of which 3,000 were returned, in 2024, and it missed its 2024 sales target by 90%. Then in February 2025, HP agreed to acquire Humane's intellectual property and software platform and to hire the majority of its staff for the mentioned $116 million US. The deal explicitly excluded the AI pin hardware business, which is to be wound down entirely. And final thought, I don't think we are ready to let go of our smartphones, Tiffany.
Thanks, Johannes. Not ready to get rid of your smartphone? How about a Neuralink? Elon Musk's Neuralink has successfully implanted its third patient with a brain-computer interface, marking groundbreaking milestone in neuroscience and medical technology. The company plans to expand trials with 20 to 30 more implants this year, focusing on patients with spinal cord injuries and neurological disorders. While the technology is revolutionary, it also raises ethical, privacy, and cybersecurity concerns regarding the integration of AI with the human brain. Johannes, what are your thoughts on the ethical, privacy, and cybersecurity concerns surrounding Neuralink?
Well, on its website, Neuralink states, our mission to create a generalized brain interface to restore autonomy to those with unmet medical needs today and unlock human potential tomorrow. So while this vision is very ambitious and promises major benefits for individuals with neurological disorder, it also raises pressing ethical, privacy, and cybersecurity concerns. Ethically, we must consider informed consent, long-term impacts on identity, and the potential for inequality in access to enhancement technologies. Privacy issues emerge from the possibility of unauthorized access to one's neural data, while the cybersecurity vulnerabilities could lead to malicious interference with brain functions. Hence, robust regulatory oversight and transparent ethical frameworks will be essential as this technology advances further.
Thanks, Johannes. In a groundbreaking move that blurs the lines between science fiction and reality, Japan has recently authorized its scientists to embark on a controversial yet potentially life-saving endeavor, creating a human-animal hybrid. This pioneering scientific effort seeks not only to challenge our ethical boundaries, but also to forge a path towards solving the critical global shortage of transplant organs. As the world watches, questions abound. Could this be the solution to saving countless lives, or are we stepping into a realm of science that challenges the very essence of nature and humanity? Johannes, what are your thoughts around the ethical and regulatory concerns surrounding this story?
Well, first, let me highlight the issue that this approach is trying to address, Tiffany. There is a well-known shortage of human organs available for transplantation. The demand for organs such as kidneys, livers, hearts, and lungs substantially exceeds the supply from the deceased or living donors. For example, in the United States, over 100,000 people are on transplant waiting lists, and many die each year waiting for an organ. So given this pressing shortage of transplantable organs, researchers have begun to explore alternatives beyond conventional donation methods. One such approach is the creation of human-animal hybrids, which offers a potential solution to expand the pool of available organs. However, this innovative strategy is not without its challenges. It raises significant ethical and regulatory questions that must be addressed with careful oversight. For example, Japan's research is conducted under very strict guidelines that prevent human cells from integrating into animal neural or reproductive tissues, ensuring that any indication of unintended human-like development immediately stops the experiment. This safeguard is designed to avoid altering animal cognition or behavior and to preserve clear boundaries between species. Moreover, maintaining ongoing public engagement and transparency is seen as crucial for building trust and achieving broader societal acceptance.
Thank you, Johannes. And a significant development in advanced manufacturing has emerged as US-based AI robotics firm Apptronik has formalized a strategic partnership with Jabil, a prominent Florida-headquartered engineering and manufacturing service provider. This collaboration represents a notable advancement in automation technology with the specific objective of implementing Apptronik's Apollo humanoid robots in manufacturing processes where they will assemble additional units of their own model, effectively creating a self-replicating production capability. Johannes, considering that so many countries are eliminating the safety regulations for AI, I don't feel the world is ready for self-replicating robots, especially humanoid robots. But what are your thoughts?
Well, I totally understand your concern, Tiffany, and that's definitely something that we need to keep an eye on. But in simple terms, this plan that you mentioned is to use these humanoid robots for basic repetitive tasks like checking quality, sorting parts, and assembling components, so that humans can tackle more complex work. Apptronik aims to eventually bring these systems into other areas such as retail, elder care, and even homes, all while cutting production costs. This approach is about working alongside people and not replacing them. And it is a step toward integrating advanced robotics into everyday industries with safety and standards evolving along the way.
Thanks, Johannes. Microsoft recently introduced Majorana 1, the world's first quantum computer chip powered by a new topological core architecture that it expects will realize quantum computers capable of solving meaningful industrial scale problems in years, not decades. Leveraging the world's first topoconductor, a breakthrough type of material, it can observe and control Majorana particles to produce more reliable and scalable qubits, which are the building blocks for quantum computers. Johannes, considering your extensive background in semiconductors, can you tell us more about its new architecture?
I love it, Tiffany. The major tech companies have all launched their own quantum chips, and Microsoft has definitely decided to carve its own path. So this technology is based on Majorana quasiparticles, exotic particles with unique features. For example, a Majorana particle is its own antiparticle. So anytime we discover new particles like a Majorana particle, you can count me in. I want to learn more about them. Now, the theory surrounding Majorana particles is well developed, but we are having a hard time detecting the particles because they do not engage in electromagnetic interactions in the usual sense. That's what makes Majorana particles so interesting for quantum computing. They could create a pathway to fault-tolerant quantum computing by allowing us to build a new type of qubit distinct from the superconducting qubits used by Google and IBM, and trapped ion qubits used by IonQ and Continuum. These conventional qubits are known to work. They can be initialized, entangled, and used to run algorithms, but they suffer from high error rates and decoherence, requiring extensive error correction. However, and this is where the rubber meets the road, we are having a hard time proving that we can create Majorana particles, and this is also the main critique of the Microsoft announcement. So the onus is now on Microsoft to convince the skeptics by publishing detailed data, allowing independent validation, and ultimately demonstrating that Majorana qubits can perform real quantum computations.
Thanks, Johannes. And Amazon Web Services just announced Ocelot, a new quantum computing chip that can reduce the cost of implementing quantum error correction by up to 90% compared to current approaches. And developed by the team at AWS Center for Quantum Computing at the California Institute of Technology, Ocelot represents a breakthrough in the pursuit to build fault-tolerant quantum computers capable of solving problems of commercial and scientific importance that are beyond the reach of today's conventional computers. Johannes, can you tell us what is unique about the chip's design architecture?
Well, it's funny. Just a week after Microsoft's Majorana 1 reveal, Amazon's AWS showcased Ocelot, which is its first quantum computing chip, Tiffany. And this chip takes an AWS take a very different approach. Ocelot is a superconducting qubit prototype explicitly designed to test quantum error correction schemes. I'm going to do that again. Just a week after Microsoft's Majorana 1 reveal, Amazon's AWS showcased Ocelot, its first quantum computing chip, which takes a very different approach. Ocelot is a superconducting qubit prototype explicitly designed to test quantum error correction schemes. Amazon's goal is to reduce the qubit overhead for error correction by up to 90%, potentially cutting the number of physical qubits per logical qubit by a factor of 5 to 10. In other words, Amazon is attacking the same scalability problem that Google and Amazon and others are facing from the conventional angle, make error correction more efficient on known qubit hardware.
Thanks, Johannes. And the potential of lasers in solving complex problems has long been recognized. While they may not be the answer to societal issues such as polarization and poverty, their significance in the realm of quantum computing remains undeniable. Current quantum architectures, much like early computing systems such as the ENIAC, represents impressive breakthroughs, but they may not define the future. Instead, optical technology seems to be paving the way forward. Recent research leads credibility to this idea, demonstrating an extraordinary quantum optical system capable of solving a problem with an astronomical 10 to the 30th possibilities. However, while groundbreaking, this advancement is limited in scope. Johannes, can you tell us about the science behind quantum optical systems?
Sure, Tiffany. So this article describes a photonic quantum computer. With a laser and a beam splitter, we can measure the speed of light, detect gravitational waves in an interferometer setup, and we can also create a photonic quantum computer. The three basic concepts underpinning quantum computing are superposition, interference, and entanglement. And photonic quantum computers leverage the quantum properties of light to achieve these phenomena. So currently, photonic quantum computers are viable candidates as a quantum computer, although, of course, they face their own challenges such as photon loss, detector inefficiencies, and the need for high-quality squeezed state generation for Gaussian boson sampling. So it's going to get complicated if you want to dive into photonic quantum computing. Nevertheless, there is a significant amount of research that's being conducted on photonic quantum computers, so stay tuned, and I'm pretty sure we'll cover it in our future monthly events.
I'm sure we will, Johannes. And the most ambitious subsea cable endeavor yet was just announced, named Project Waterworth. Once complete, the project will reach 5 major continents and span over 50,000 kilometers, longer than the Earth's circumference, making it the world's longest subsea cable project using the highest capacity technology available. Subsea cable projects, such as Project Waterworth, are the backbone of global digital infrastructure, accounting for more than 95% of intercontinental traffic across the world's oceans to seamlessly enable digital communication, video experiences, online transactions, and more. Project Waterworth will be a multi-billion-dollar, multi-year investment to strengthen the scale and reliability of the world's digital highways by opening 3 new oceanic corridors with the abundant high-speed connectivity needed to drive AI innovation around the world. Johannes, how will this subsea cable be impactful? And can you provide us an example?
Sure, Tiffany. This subsea cable will have a major impact because it will enhance global connectivity and support next-generation digital services. Project Waterworth will bring industry-leading connectivity to the US, India, Brazil, South Africa, and other key regions. This project will enable greater economic cooperation, facilitate digital inclusion, and open opportunities for technological development in these regions. In India, where we've already seen significant growth and investment in digital infrastructure, Waterworth will help accelerate this progress and support the country's ambitious plans for its digital economy. For example, faster, more reliable internet can empower innovations in healthcare, education, finance, fundamentally reshaping the way communities and industries operate.
Thanks, Johannes. China is advancing its deep sea ambitions with plans to establish a research station 2,000 meters beneath the South China Sea, a region abundant in resources and subject to territorial disputes among multiple nations. According to the South China Morning Post, the facility is projected to be operational by 2030 and will accommodate 6 scientists for month-long missions. Referred to as Cold Sleep Ecosystem Research Facility, the station will focus on studying methane-rich hydrothermal vents that host unique marine life and contain significant deposits of methane hydrates. Designed for extended deep-sea habitation, the station will be equipped with a life support system and an integrated surveillance network. It will collaborate with unmanned submersibles, surface vessels, and seabed observatories to collect data. And additionally, China is developing a seabed fiber optic network to enhance marine infrastructure and research capabilities. Johannes, what do you feel China is aiming to achieve with this deep sea research station, and why?
Well, China's deep sea research station seems to serve a dual purpose, Tiffany. On one hand, it's a cutting-edge scientific venture designed to monitor methane emissions, study deep sea species for medical breakthroughs, and predict geological activity, focus on tapping the immense energy potential of methane hydrates and rare minerals found in the South China Sea. On the other hand, it's a strategic move to reinforce China's territorial claims and enhance its geopolitical and economic influence in a highly contested, resource-rich region. Despite advances in AI, human researchers remain critical for the nuanced decision-making required in such extreme environments, ensuring that China not only leads in marine exploration, but also in securing long-term energy and strategic advantages.
Thanks, Johannes. And Japan has taken a major step towards sustainable energy with the successful deployment of its first megawatt-scale tidal turbine, the AR-1100, in the Nauru Strait. Developed by Proteus Marine Renewables, this cutting-edge turbine generates 1.1 megawatts of clean electricity, helping to decarbonize the Gato Islands power supply. Johannes, what does this advancement signify for Japan?
Well, bringing the AR-1100 online is a major step forward for Japan, Tiffany, in its pursuit of sustainable energy solutions. The AR-1100 builds on the promising result of a 2021 pilot, underscoring tidal energy's reliability and its potential to serve as a renewable resource. Its advanced modular design, real-time blade adjustments, and seamless grid integration not only showcase a leap in technological innovation, but also position Proteus Marine Renewables as a global leader in tidal energy, having already achieved similar milestones in the UK, Scotland, France, and the US. In essence, the successful launch of this megawatt-scale turbine reflects Japan's strong commitment to reducing carbon emissions and heralds a promising future for tidal energy both domestically and worldwide.
Thanks, Johannes. And the next couple stories are perfect for the Green Things Summit, so remember to register. Scientists have pioneered an eco-friendly glow-in-the-dark wood by integrating bioluminescent properties from a ringless honey fungus, potentially revolutionizing sustainable lighting. This cutting-edge innovation eliminates the need for electricity by leveraging natural luciferase reactions similar to fireflies to emit a mesmerizing green glow. Developed by researchers in Switzerland, this bioluminescent wood can glow for up to 10 hours, offering a low-energy alternative for illuminating streets, parks, and homes, and artistic installations while significantly reducing energy consumption and light pollution. I can just imagine it being like a lot of glow sticks, Johannes. And Johannes, glow-in-the-dark trees may seem like something from a fairy tale, but do you feel this will actually work?
Well, while it does seem like something out of a fairy tale, Tiffany, the research is genuinely intriguing. So Swiss researchers at EMPA have successfully created wood that naturally glows by inoculating it with a bioluminescence fungus. As this fungus breaks down certain components of the wood, it actually enhances its glow while keeping the material strong. The team is now fine-tuning the brightness and duration of the light with the goal of applying this innovation to sustainable architecture, eco-friendly lighting, and creative design solutions. In short, it's a promising step toward renewable, energy-efficient illumination.
Thanks, Johannes. And a study titled Radio Frequency Radiation Injures Trees Around Mobile Phone Base Stations found high-level damage in trees within the vicinity of phone masts. The researchers explained, "We found out from the damaged side that there was always visual contact to one or more phone masts. Statistical analysis demonstrate that the electromagnetic radiation from cell phone towers is harmful to trees. Results show that the measurements in the most affected sides of damaged trees are different to all other groups, supporting the fact that the damage inflicted on the trees by cell phone towers usually starts on one side, extending to the whole tree over time. This constitutes a danger for trees worldwide." The study lasted for 9 years and used more than 100 trees in Germany. Observations and photographic recordings of unusual and unexplainable tree damage were taken along with the tree with measurement of electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic frequencies have been found to alter the growth and development of plants. Studies on wireless EMF frequencies have found physiological and morphological changes, increased micronucleal formation, altered growth, as well as adverse cell characteristics such as thinner cell walls and smaller mitochondria. Plants perceive and respond to electromagnetic fields. Personally, I feel it's important to continue scientific research on how EMF is affecting plants, trees, and people. But do you feel this is viable or just another conspiracy theory, Johannes?
Well, this is a concern that has been raised since the early 2000s, Tiffany. The scientific consensus on this issue remains cautious and somewhat divided. A few peer-reviewed studies and various preliminary experiments suggest that RF radiation from mobile base stations could cause physiological stress and damage in trees over long periods. But as of now, the idea that cell tower RF radiation damages trees is not an established scientific fact, but rather an hypothesis with mixed support. The consensus is that more high-quality studies are needed to either confirm or refute these claims.
Thanks, Johannes. And to hear more about topics that impact the environment and sustainability, be sure to register for our upcoming Green Things Summit on April 24th. We have some incredible speakers and interesting sessions, so be sure to get your free early bird ticket now. We also have our Intelligent Thinking AI Summit coming up in July, the Summit of Things 3-day virtual event coming up in October. And we have opportunities available for speaking, sponsorship, advertising, and more. So if you're interested in participating, please reach out to us. You can schedule a call and register to attend all the events at iotmktg.com. Anything to add about our upcoming events, Johannes?
Tech news is coming at us fast and furious this year, Tiffany. So we strive to present the latest information. So if you want to stay up to date, attend our events. And do you want to keep your prospects up to date about your product? Contact us. We already have speakers lining up for our events this year.
Yes, we do. And some great speakers to boot. And as many of you know, IoT Marketing offers end-to-end marketing, PR, and production services. We can also assist you with content creation, lead generation, thought leadership, branding, positioning, creating your go-to-market strategy, or consulting. So please reach out to us to learn more. Any final thoughts, Johannes?
There will be so much news this year. So shout out to all thought leaders who want to rise above the noise this year. Contact us and let's figure out what works for you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, thank you, Johannes.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.